Hey guys, Dale here, back with some more RimWorld, and I have divvied up the mechs. So Protocol Prime has most of our worker mechs. I think you might have some like Militors somewhere around here. I don't see them. So I guess just worker mechs. Arco Prime has a lot of our attack mechs, and Pria has a set of mechs that are going to go up into space with her. I think we are ready. We have tons of advanced components. We have tons of components. We have advanced salvage bays, so we should be able to like farm tons of components, just like finding derelict ships and maybe doing some like light ship combat. I have put in some cannon turrets as just like point defense systems, and we have our commandos basically all just hibernating on the ship. So let's get everyone out of the ship. We did make a new crafter, and so we've kind of like finalized this little outpost for them down here. They have like a little med bay for repairs. We have an android workshop. We did manage to get like two, I think, Persona subcores created, so we could build some androids, and I would like to experiment with that, especially because like the deltas and the gammas, they have needs, they have mental breaks. The sub personas are definitely more reliable, and maybe if we could get some androids that were like did not have the awakening protocol, they would be more subservient to Pria. So potentially we'll experiment with that. But let's get Pria on the ship and let's get into space. These guys do have quite a bit more bandwidth, so we're going to have them creating a bunch more mechanoids. Protocol Prime has a bit more because he's more psychically sensitive than Argo Prime, but we can build more of these bandwidth control towers if we need to. I think power is a little tight. We have like kind of increased our power and separated the power from the ship. We do have a geyser right here, so we could just stick down another advanced geothermal. So I think that could be the plan. Okay, you get out of here. And okay, we have our lifter. We have 4 astro repairers. We're just waiting for one of these legionnaires to get out of the ship, and we'll go ahead and launch it. We also deconstructed this structure down here. This engine was going to blow half of it away. So, okay, ship, let's go ahead and launch. And as soon as the blindingly white screen goes away, we should start working our way into orbit. So we'll let you guys get back to what you were doing, and we will get Pria back into space. Okay, we've detected a ship immediately on entering orbit, so I think we go shields up and we try out some piracy. Let's see how that goes. Okay, game is loading that ship up. And it's 2 ships. Okay, little tiny ship with some tiny weapons, and a bigger ship. No railguns or anything like that. Not railguns, but spinal weapons. I feel like I wish we could just like target splitting this ship in half. But I know our lasers are going to come in from everywhere. Don't know anything about their heat capacity. These ships feel like they're probably a bit slower than us. So let's go ahead and let's advance on them. Let's grab our weapons and let's target. I feel like this ship has more laser weapons on it. Let's target this ship first, and I guess let's go. Let's speed 2. We are gaining on them. Their first volley didn't really land. They shot some torpedoes. It looks like we're taking those out. Their heat capacity is like nothing though. So as soon as we get into range, this is not going to be a good time for them. Okay, and we are in range. Let's go ahead and set to maintain. Let's take a look at what our ships are doing. They're firing, we're firing. Okay, the ship took a lot of damage. Heat is pretty high, so I'm not sure if their shields will be able to come back up before we can fire again. Let's take a look at that. Let's speed things up, and we are firing again in like 5 seconds. Okay. Oh, they've lost a lot of cargo for some reason. Something happened. Like did an animal, maybe a caravan animal loaded up with stuff? Maybe it died. Okay, the ship can't. It has one engine left. I feel like the bridge is probably like right here. It's probably this guy. So I'm just trying to think, like, would it make more sense for us to fire on the bridge? Let's target their bridge. Let's do that. And then over here, oh, we can see their bridge is, it's it's exposed from a very specific angle, and we probably don't have that angle. So we're probably going to have to like cut through one of these side pieces to get to their bridge. Let's speed things up again. We'll get back down to, oh, they are sending shuttles over. Okay. So we're firing again in 5 seconds. Enemy boarding shuttles have arrived. I see 3, 4, maybe more. Okay, you guys get up and get out. Oh, actually, they're in the ship. Search and destroy and search and destroy. Three of them in the ship, right? Yeah, and then one outside the ship will take care of him. Let's see how this volley is going to do. Yeah, we are hitting at them from the back, so it's going to be a little bit before we can take their bridge out. Okay, so oh, you guys took care of these guys in the ship already. Okay, never mind. Carry on. Do what you were doing. That's perfectly fine. Oh, there's one more in the ship down here. Looks like one of our guys is on it, though. And weapons can fire again in 5 seconds. Okay, the ship's completely immobilized, but they're still firing on us. Their shields came back up. Interesting. Okay, we took out, like, their engines. I'm less worried about that ship now. Let's start making a dent on the other ship. Let's target their bridge specifically, and like considering the angle we've been shooting from, we might be like trying to get it from here. Okay, back on our map. You guys don't have anything more to search and destroy. Let's go ahead and we will unforbid the things. We will low priority, allow all except like corpses and chunks there. And we can fire again in 5 seconds. Oh, their shields came back up again. Okay, so their heat capacity is very low. We should be able to bust their shield if it comes back up and probably take their engines out. Actually, I think you were... Yeah, he was drafted while we moved a deep drill, so I wanted to undraft him real quick. Let's take a look at our weapons again. Okay, so 5 more seconds. Okay, one of their engines are out. This guy's shields look like they're down again. Well, we did take their reactor out, so maybe they don't have enough power for it. Okay, for us, firing once again, just a few seconds. Yeah, this ship is melting down heat-wise. Okay, let's speed things up. They have tons of crew. It's pretty wild. When can we fire again? You guys can go back to hibernating. And we are firing in 2 seconds. Oh, we are approaching from a different angle, it looks like now. Let's go ahead and see if we can advance on them. And let's maintain. Yeah, they are not getting through our shields. Okay, a couple seconds. There's not going to be much of either of these ships left for us to like salvage, but I guess like some loot is better than no loot. Okay. Firing again. Oh, this ship has gone dark. So I think once we take out the bridge on this other ship, I think that'll signal like the ship battle being won. Oh, that's pretty wild. Okay, weapons, when are you good again? Just a couple seconds. Oh. They lost a chunk. And I think we can probably salvage that chunk, right? Maybe not until combat is over. Okay. Let's speed up. And here we go. Are we going to bust through into the bridge this time? They have a drone core. Okay. Next target. Drone core. Can you guys fire? Oh, they can. Okay. Well, that'll, like, put some pressure on their shields. Keep their shields down so the lasers can just, like, cut right in. And just a few more seconds. Okay, I feel like this should be ship battle 1, right? Maybe we need to take the other bridge out. Let's work on that, I guess. Let's go right there. Like, I don't see anything. Like, this is not a functional ship. This is not a functional ship. So I'm not sure why we haven't gotten our ship battle 1 message yet. Okay, lasers, can you finish it off? No shields. Okay, even with power, without power, we still had to wait. Okay, so we should, with the advanced salvage base, we have an option to recycle from directly instead of just like bringing the wreck over. We can just have it come over already dismantled. Let's grab these components. Let's grab I guess steal, and we'll hit accept and confirm. And those will come over as drop pods. We can recycle from that piece that fell off the map. I guess we can take all of it. Not enough energy to recycle. Oh, let's cancel then, or reset and accept. What do you mean not enough energy? Let's turn you on, and then can we recycle now? What if we select this one? Okay, let's go for these components. Oh, I think I like overburdened it. Okay, that makes sense. Well then, with these maps, we could go over and like pick more stuff up. We do have a shuttle. I feel like I'm not too worried about the things that we're leaving behind. Fuel pods are nice. But there are just a couple enemies that are still up. This guy is still wandering around. Yeah, I think we'll just go ahead and like abandon both these sites. So abandon that wreck and then abandon that wreck. And our first big haul. Okay. So we have pretty massive plans. If we go into planning and we load Mech Hive Pria Mothership, this is what we're planning on building. So we have a lot of resources to gather. If you kind of like look in here, here's like Pria's original shuttle that's been retrofit. There'll be docking extensions that happen here to connect it to the power and heat grid of the main ship. This will be the bridge of the mothership. This will actually be another ship, a drop ship. And we'll have two of those, one of those on each side. This will be engines and like big engine room, a bunch of spinal weapons and more heat capacity and stuff. We are going to have to do a lot of ship rating to get what we need for this. I think the first piece that we build is just kind of this shell around Pria's ship, and we probably connect it like right here, because if it's not connected, then it'll act as debris and we won't be able to like maneuver or engage engines or whatever. But we'll build this shell, and then we'll probably build back here this bridge, this room, and we'll work on getting some engines on it. That way it can be disconnected. So I'm thinking like this is probably a big priority with a couple of these engines. And then this area is going to be our crafting area, and we'll have a spinal weapon up here. So after we kind of build like enough of this and this to make the ship functional and movable, then we'll probably work on this and getting a spinal weapon up. I am going to do some space piracy for a little bit, and we'll come back with like a resource update. Okay, we took down a couple more trade ships. We are rolling in tons of materials. We put a bunch more skips up, but we don't have enough space for all of that. So we're gonna start working on some of the mothership, and for now it'll be connected. So we'll do this, and then maybe we can get this bridge built. It's gonna slow us down, so we're probably gonna have to stay stealth for a little while. We could always throw some engines on the back of this just to kind of like help with that during the interim. So we'll kind of like see what needs to happen. Okay, it may not look like it, but I don't think we need to be separated from our colonists anymore. I don't think we're going to completely abandon this base. We'll probably just like unload it, but we're going to have Delta 1 fly down and start kind of migrating some of our mechanoids and resources back to the ship. So what I'm thinking, there we go, is we will have Protocol and Arco Prime. Uh-oh. Uh, we'll have them hibernating here along with the crafters, and then we'll just have the mechanoids just kind of like shut down in this area. We're temporarily building a fission reactor here. We also need gold for a drone core. I think that's one of the reasons why we're going back down. We just have just enough gold. Ship combat. Okay, so they have pretty small weapons. They have some torpedoes. Both of them are configured the same. We're going to be quicker than them. I think this probably isn't going to be a problem for us. Let's go ahead and let's turn on our shields, turn off our cloak. Let's advance. Let's grab our weapons and let's just like start shooting through the middle of that guy. Let's tell these guys that they need to do point defense mode. We need uranium slugs in there. Can you rearm that? You can. That's great. Okay, cool. Oh, our heat capacity is really wonky. I think this happens sometimes when you need to reload. So I'm just gonna save this here and we'll see how things go. Cautiously optimistic. Cautiously optimistic. Okay, Delta, you're still in flight. And yeah, they're not hitting us too hard. We'll see how things continue to go. Okay, we're gonna continue to advance on them. And let's just take a look here. Do any of the other ones need to be reloaded? What? Prioritize rearming. And you prioritize rearming that one. Our weapons can fire again in 20 seconds. Speed 3. Okay. Okay, so they've gotten through those defenses. We do have hull foam that's replaced some of that stuff. We just lost all that. Yeah, that's not something that we're gonna deal with. Okay, we've reloaded and opted to retreat. We are slowly retreating from them. I don't think they're going to be able to keep up with us. We don't have all our nuclear engines firing, but we'll get that fixed at some point. These guys just need fuel, so that will not be a problem. Back to what our original plan was, and it looks like Delta is en route. And how do we want to do this? Like, there are definitely too many resources here. We don't need to bring all of our resources. Let's just bring the stuff that we need for now, and then we'll unload the base, I guess. Okay, slight change of plans. We're working on our mechanoid dropship, one of them, down here with the resources that we've collected. We'll probably drop off more steel for them because it looks like they're running low, and we have plenty up here. It doesn't look like it because we've just moved all our skips down here, but our ship is full of tons of steel. Actually, we probably need to investigate more derelict objects and get more steel specifically. We have what will be our future bridge for the mothership constructed. We don't have like the proper facilities in there, temporarily using it as an engine room, but we are working on this core down here so that we can swap out, actually just like get rid of all these extra engines, and we will be building spinal engines. So if we take a look at the ship, we'll build one of these guys. It has a bunch of different parts, but that should make us pretty speedy. We are pretty speedy right now. We're at 2.05 on thrust weight ratio. Yeah, so I think plan is we'll get this section built out. This will add a bunch of more power and heat capacity, and then we'll work on this section up here in order to create crafting areas for crafting bots and all that fun stuff. I am not sure how to get mechanoids loaded into our our shuttle. So if you guys have any idea, like definitely drop me some hints in the comments. I figured instead of like ferrying this entire colony up, we can just kind of like load this up with all the materials that we want, get everyone to stand in here, and then take off and probably build one of these bays to keep it protected. So I think that's going to be it for today. Thanks for hanging out. Thanks for dealing with me testing and dealing with like a reload. Um, I will catch you guys on Monday. So, as always, until next time, have a good one. Bye.